So the Jets are on a bye. The Browns are on a bye. That's a 1-7 team, a 2-6 team. You have the Raiders coming off of a bye at 2-5. Let me just get this down pat. They are the ones who are taking on Jacksonville at home. I'm mentioning some other teams here. You've got the Cardinals coming off of a bye at the Cowboys on a Monday night. They're 2-5. The Giants are 2-6. Taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Saints already at 1-7, and we are seeing them this weekend just up the road against the Rams. The reason why I bring this up is these the teams that we're looking at to see they're just one loss away from selling the heck out of the trade deadline, or what? Give me some games and teams to look forward to seeing their result and how it plays in the trade deadline before I let you go, Tom.
As much as one game should never swing the thinking, we both know, Rich, that
right.
Though the recency bias coming off of that, especially if you're one of those teams either in the middle of the pack or at the bottom of the pack, can potentially tip some things. In terms of the teams you mentioned, the Raiders at this point are still, when teams have called them on the likes of Jacoby Myers, the prices are still really high. Do they soften that to try to move players who are probably not part of the future over the next 4 days? Does whatever happens on Sunday influence it? I would certainly think it potentially influences it. But Pete Carroll is also of the mind that they're trying to get this thing going right now. If they weren't, they wouldn't have signed 30-odd-year-old Tyler Lockett to come in and play with his buddy Geno Smith. But certainly teams are monitoring some of those. I don't anticipate Max Crosby is going anywhere. They called him in, sat him down when there were some rumors last week on the internet and told him, like, hey, we're not trading you. We're not listening. We're not shopping you. We're not doing it. Max doesn't want to go anywhere. He wants to be in Vegas, just signed an extension. So I'm not anticipating anything happens with him. For New Orleans, that's another team that's in that mix. Mickey Loomis is always, and I'll put this kindly, a little on the difficult side to deal with. He doesn't want to get trade calls. He doesn't want to sell off his best players. He's been known to hang up the phone on people if he's not thrilled about the names that they're bringing up. I don't see Chris Olave going anywhere. The price on Rashid Shaheed is really high right now, but that I would say is a name to keep in mind. And Brandon Cooks, they would be willing to trade, an older player. There's just not a ton of action right now on Brandon Cooks. They've gotten calls on Alontae Taylor as well. But again, price is really high. That's the common thread, Rich, that you're going to hear with a lot of the guys that are available, even the players that Tennessee has available. If you're talking about really good players, the prices on a lot of these guys right now are day two picks. It's a third rounder for a lot of the receivers' names that you're hearing thrown about, where the teams that are looking to make those trades don't really want to part with more than a fourth or a fifth. And so do some of those things, do the Titans soften their price on a Calvin Ridley and potentially see him moving here? The Giants, I have not gotten the sense are in sell mode. I know my colleague Mike Garafolo reported they've gotten calls on Kayvon Thibodeau. They have not wanted to trade him. He would be the logical trade piece if you were going to deal anybody. So I'm not really bracing for anything major of substance there. And then you got a team like the Jets that's on a bye right now. They actually do have a bunch of players that would make sense, but they're not going to take pennies on the dollar. The name that I would continue to keep an eye on would be Quinnen Williams, their defensive tackle. And that's not because they're actively trying to trade Quinnen Williams. It's more so because, yeah, we can talk about the Breece Halls of the world, but if you're getting offered a fourth-round pick for Breece Hall, which clears virtually no money off your books and he's your best player on offense, why would you look to just offload that guy? He might still be there. You might be able to get an extension done with him. Quinnen Williams is a guy who's still young, especially at a position where you can play for a long time, but you would be getting potential value here. The price on Quinnen Williams would be, I would anticipate, a first-round pick and more. You actually might have offers in that range for Quinnen Williams. And if you're looking to accelerate your rebuild, making those types of big, bold decisions is one way that you can do it. So I would keep an eye on the Jets with some of those big names. Jermaine Johnson to a certain degree as well. I just don't believe you're going to get the same value, not a first-round pick and more for him. So keep an eye on that. They're not actively shopping Quinnen Williams. It would not shock me if at minimum they have the type of offers put in front of them sometime in the next 4 days that give them something to think about prior to Tuesday.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.